So you're thinking about starting jiu-jitsu. Maybe you've been doing it for a couple months or even several years. But there's a question that you want answered, and that question is, why should you do jiu-jitsu in the first place? Which is why in this video, I'm gonna be channeling my inner Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, to open your eyes to the many benefits that doing jiu-jitsu will bring your way if you start doing it today. Bars, bruh. And before anybody says it down in the comments, yes, I know I look like a gang member, but I promise you guys, I have not officially joined a gang yet. But keep an eye out in the future, cuh. Alright, so benefit number one is that it's a great way to stay in shape. Now, for anybody that has tried some sort of fitness workout routine, maybe that's lifting weights, running, getting more cardio in, one thing that you may have noticed is that it's not the easiest thing to stay consistent with. It can get a little repetitive, and there's definitely some people that really enjoy lifting weights, really enjoy getting a 5-mile run in. I know for me personally, running, I honestly can't stand it. Now, don't get me wrong, these things are important, especially if you're wanting to add strength, add conditioning. Jiu-jitsu, on the other hand, I can throw down with some of that. Drilling, okay. But rolling, doing some no-gi, doing a little bit of gi, I love it all. Especially when you get paired up with that one guy at class that kind of pushes you, challenges you a little bit. Boy, that gets me going. That's a great way of building up your endurance and getting a good cardio workout in, which is a great way of staying healthy and keeping your body young. Your joints, on the other hand, well, let's just put it this way. Jiu-jitsu means the gentle art. If it was a little more realistic, it'd be called something like the not so gentle art. Jiu-jitsu is also a great way of building a functional strength, whether that's improving your posture, which will help you have a healthier back, as well as making it easier for you to efficiently carry weight with your body without hurting your knees, hurting your back. It's also a great way of building balance and overall coordination. Now, some of us are natural athletes. Coordination comes super easy for us, but for the rest of us, me included, coordination is not something that we're naturally good at, and so doing something like jiu-jitsu consistently is a great way to improve that, which honestly just makes you feel a whole lot better about yourself. Now, the second benefit is that it teaches you to remain calm under pressure. Now, it should come as no shock to any of you guys that have been doing jiu-jitsu for a hot sec that when you start out, you are going to be getting bodied by pretty much everybody else in the class for your first several months. You're gonna be on the defensive a lot. Most people's natural reaction when they get put in a situation like that, bottom side control, mount, back control, even full guard, is pretty much to freeze up. You start holding your breath, freaking out a little bit. I've been there, we all have, totally normal. But what you start to learn when you constantly find yourself in these positions is that you can either, one, continue to freeze up, freak out, and not really know what to do out of there and just stay at the same level. Or hopefully somebody will pull you aside, tell you, hey man, you're kind of holding your breath, kind of freaking out a little bit. Just learn how to breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Just taking the time to take a couple slow breaths is really gonna help calm you down and bring you out of that fight or flight reaction, so that you can actually think about what you're doing and solve the puzzle that'll help you get one step closer to getting out of the position that you're in. Obviously, doing this is gonna help make you better at jiu-jitsu, but this is also a crucial skill to improve the quality of your life as well. Especially in the developed first world, the type of resistance that you get when training jiu-jitsu is a very primal type of conflict. And it's not something that most people out there get a whole lot of in their day-to-day lives. And putting yourself in a situation that triggers the fight or flight response, being able to calmly think yourself out of it and get yourself out of there, and being able to deal with the pressure of that situation, that's gonna go on helping you not just in jiu-jitsu, but in the rest of your life. Boom! The third benefit is that it helps you to increase your confidence. So you're putting yourself through the ringer, consistently showing up to class, accepting the fact that you're going to be fighting from a lot of bad positions for a while, and committing to the process of getting better. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now, especially when I have something really big coming up, I get a little stressed out. I think we all do. It's a natural human emotion. And something that jiu-jitsu has taught me is that no matter how bad your situation is, you're probably still gonna be alive at the end of it, and you'll probably be okay at the end of it as well. You could literally show up to class and get destroyed by everybody, get submitted by everybody 5 times in each round. And assuming that you know how to tap, you're gonna go home that night and you will still be okay. You're probably gonna be a little upset. I know I probably would, but at the end of the day, you'll be fine, right? You're still gonna have a roof over your head. You're still gonna have food on the table, hopefully. Just go to class the next day, next week, whatever it is. And this is also a mindset that you can take into any of those stressful situations. Assuming you're not getting in a Russian roulette match, at the end of the day, you will probably walk away from it and life will keep going on as it always has before. Something I like to tell myself when I'm stressing out over something big that I've got coming up, this is something I've done for all my fights, all my tournaments, is that no matter what happens, I will figure a way to deal with the problem and I'll move on and I'll be okay. And that's honestly probably one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my 7 years of doing jiu-jitsu. No matter what happens, what goes down, I will figure out how to deal with the problem, I'll move on, and I'll be okay. Moving on to number 4 is that it teaches you how to defend yourself. Now, duh, it's a martial art, right? Now, you may not be the next Conor McGregor or Jorge Masvidal, but if you're truly consistent about leveling up your jiu-jitsu, showing up to class every single week, you're gonna be better at fighting than 95% of the world's population. Now, I can already hear that one guy down in the comments, oh, but if you pull De La Riva guard and reverse Berimbolo, then you're gonna get your ass kicked in the street. Well, yeah, clearly not suggesting that you butt scoot towards someone in a street fight. Can you manage distance effectively? Do you have a good jab? Do you have a decent footwork for moving around? Can you execute a basic takedown? If you've answered yes to all 3 of these questions, then you're better at fighting than 95% of the world's population. And just having that knowledge in the back of your head, it makes you so much more confident. Now, I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was 18 and a half, so basically my entire adult life. And because of that, I haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about the whole benefits of the self-confidence that it gives you when you're out and about, downtown with your friends, maybe last call at a bar. Things can get a little intense. So my buddy John recently got into jiu-jitsu, 10th planet guy, but let's not hold that against him too much. JK, 10th planet, pretty cool. I love Nogi personally, so I don't even know why I said that. But we were talking the other day, and one of the things that he was telling me that jiu-jitsu gave him, even with the modest amount of training that he had put in at that point, was it gave him this sense of self-confidence when he was out and about. And I was like, hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Keep doing that. Number 5 is that it gives you an amazing community. Some of the dopest people that I have met through jiu-jitsu. I'm not entirely sure why that is. If you think about it, we're all trying to kill each other. One thing I will say about jiu-jitsu is that you cannot fake who you are on the mats. And I think that's one of the reasons why jiu-jitsu is such a great way to connect with people. Some of the best friends that I've made, I met at jiu-jitsu. It's funny, I had a comment on last week's video, I think. This guy had just started jiu-jitsu, went to his first class. He was scared of asking people to roll with him. He was like, oh yeah, the other guys, they're big and they have tattoos. And I was nervous. Which I feel you there, man. You know, the first time you try anything new, it's a little intimidating, you know, especially if you got Randy Savage over here. I told him, look, man, they're probably dope as hell. Just be like, hey, man, it's my first day. I'm not really sure what's going on. Take it a little easy on me, please. Something that I think is hilarious about the jiu-jitsu community is that some of the most intimidating and scariest looking guys are such gentle giants when you actually talk to them. Like my coach Marcelo. Yeah, look at him. Intimidating, huh? I swear though, he's one of the friendliest guys that I know. But yeah, if you saw him on the streets, you'd probably be like, that guy looks like the Brazilian version of the Terminator. Oof. At the end of the day, I feel like we're all just trying to get better at jiu-jitsu than we were yesterday. And I think that's one of the reasons why the jiu-jitsu community is one of the most supportive communities out there. I mean, just looking at what some of you guys leave down in the comments, really want to thank all of you guys that leave nice comments on my videos. Whenever I'm feeling a little unmotivated to make them, I'll read them and it just goes a long way. So I appreciate you guys that do that. All right, so those are our 5 benefits of doing jujitsu. It's a great way to stay in shape, helps you remain calm under pressure, helps you build your self-confidence, of course, teaches you how to defend yourself, and above all, it gives you this awesome sense of community. That's all I have to say for this video. I actually have to get dressed and go to work. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Be sure to like this video if you liked it. If you have seen any of these benefits brought into fruition in your own journey, let me know which one it is down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Jedi. Nice to meet you. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 7 years. I draw from that experience to give you guys quality jiu-jitsu videos every single Friday. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. If you guys want to keep up with me, you can also follow me on Instagram at Jedi_himself. I'll link that down in the bio. Thank you guys for watching to the end. You've been awesome. Remember, stay consistent and you can do anything. Peace.
They love to talk, I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it. If it kill me, I'ma let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis.